I hope you're not mad.
No, I'm not mad.
Come on, Lisa, let's get out of here. He has no fundamental understanding of the culture war. Show me your sax skills.
You sure you're not mad?
No, I'm not mad.
Your game failed, Turf. Leave us alone.
You sure you're not mad?
No, I'm not mad.
Mr. Teddy, can you ask Lisa if she's mad? What's that, Mr. Teddy? You're saying that you know women, and that when women say they're not mad, they're madder than ever?
What did you just call him? Excuse me? It is Bart, okay? Bart. Do you have no respect for your son? Actually, now that you're here, let's debate the age of consent, bro.
Oh,
Would you look at that? After years of smuggling drugs to you illegally, I'm still not even at 60,000 subs?
Pathetic.
Let's fix that. We're on the road to 60,000 subs. I never thought the day would come. I mean, yeah, it's pathetically low, but I'll take it. Frit, this is really out of character of you. Why are you asking us to sub now? Well, it's starting to become a tradition of mine because based on the topics I'm covering, most of you tap out halfway through because it's too much cringe, and I understand. But Daddy Fritz gotta keep the analytics up. Can't produce salt without electricity. Oh yeah, and for those of you who are members, brand new emojis just released, so spam the comment section with it. Break my comment section. Let's do it. Let's break the comment section.
Very poor choice of words.
I don't know why I'm in such a good mood with so much cringe in the world. I've been spending far less time on social media than usual, and why is that? Well, that's because it's so goddamn toxic. Even with Elon Musk in charge, we cannot fix the damage the woke community has done to social media. There is no going back. It's gonna get worse, which is why I highly urge the trans community to get the f*** over it. Move on. Hogwarts Legacy released, people played it, it charted well, it's in the past. Why are we still hung up on this? I was a firm believer that video games do not cause any sort of harm. Well, that was until I met the trans community and realized that it is possible for video games to hurt people's feelings. Yes, I know, first world problems. See, the thing is, when you hurt the trans community's feelings, they never, ever get over it. No matter what you do, you will be stuck for the rest of your life trying to prove yourself to them. So why waste all that precious time when instead you can ridicule them? You see, it's been about a month since Hogwarts Legacy dropped, and so far there has been absolutely no signs that the boycott against this game succeeded to any degree. None. Not even a dent. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. So that's what happens when you're only 2% of the human population. Your ability to be the loudest minority group doesn't mean you're gonna deliver results. Like just about every other social movement, people will support it until they're inconvenienced. That's just how humans are. Not every single belief of your movement has to be supported. That's not how this works. I mean, just take a look at what happened on Twitter today. Anybody remember this blonde bitch from the Young Turks? Yeah, the one that sucks off the LGBT community every single time she gets a chance? Decided she was gonna be brave today and actually be a woman. I'm a woman. Please don't ever refer to me as a person with a uterus, birthing person, or person who menstruates. How do people not realize how degrading this is? You can support the transgender community without doing this And do you realize what you've done? Why did you wake up today and decide to be normal for once? What happened? Don't you know you can't do this in 2023, Anna? Man, woman, those are terms we don't allow on the internet anymore. I know you want to be referred to as a woman, but you can't anymore. Not with the community you decided to support. I know you solely don't want to be viewed as reproductive parts, but when you decided you wanted to be on board for 52 different genders, what did you think was gonna happen? The closest we can get to calling you a woman is cis woman. That's what you've been subjected to. I know you don't like it, but you should have thought twice about the community you were backing. The misogynists view you as solely reproductive parts, and the LGBT community now views you that way too. I fully understand what Anna's trying to say, but the trans community? Oh boy.
Dumb blocking
Boy.
I have never heard any of these terms outside of a few tweets and PowerPoint screenshots where academics grasp desperately for some inoffensive inclusive medical terminology.
Alright, A.K. Rowling. Chill. Don't f*** off with this stupid made-up bullshit. Trans folks are having their existence criminalized in state after state, and you want to whine about this shit. Actually thought you were one of the good ones, but clearly I was wrong. Buying into the transphobic hysteria and spreading more ignorance and hate to a minority going through absolute hell right now. Shameful! Personally, I would make sure to not have opinions that people who want me eradicated would also agree with.
Look at all of you! You bunch of degenerates!
Oh my god! Wow! Much like Kuma, who just gave Zoro a sample of Luffy's pain, this is just a small sample of how bat crazy the community gets over the simplest of takes. This take by Anna can hardly even be considered based. It's just a plea of basic human decency. And the trans community? Oh my god, they lost it. I mean, the comparisons to J.K. Rowling were already happening. I could have made an entire video talking about all those comments, but the subject is Hogwarts. I just found it absolutely hilarious how the one person they consider the worst to draw a comparison to is J.K. Rowling. And just like that, we can transition back to the original topic of Hogwarts. See, now I understand how that fat the quarter pounder has so many things to talk about every single day. And that's because there's an endless supply of salt from the trans community. What I showed you right now just happened today, but a few days ago...
I'm not transphobic. I just want to live in Hogwarts. Damn, Harry had to live there for like 7 years and 90% of y'all couldn't even do 2 months, lol.
Jesus Christ, the kid's an idiot.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? They'll never, ever, ever, ever get over it. Now that we've allowed time to pass by and player count has dropped, they come in trying to catch a dub. Absolutely pathetic. Imagine my shock, a single player game dropping a good chunk of its player count in a month. Wow! Who could have ever seen that coming? Yeah, you know, 75,000 people still playing a single player game a month later. Yeah, absolute failure. Nothing is more pathetic than watching a grown-ass man try to catch a dub where he can. I mean, should we expect any more out of an account with pronouns in their bio? 50,000 salty-ass motherfuckers like this tweet. If they couldn't hurt its sales, if they couldn't hurt J.K. Rowling, if they couldn't affect its review score, well, at the very least, they still have their Twitter likes. I mean, yeah, the tweet is absolutely retarded, and the people liking it are doing so out of pettiness, but a part of me feels kind of happy for them. At least they found a place where they can comfort each other. And there, they can live in their little safe space, ignoring reality, and continue lying to themselves that they look good in dresses and that Hogwarts Legacy was a failure and not their boycott.
Can't wait for the people who sacrifice the comfort of their trans friends / viewers, etc. to hop on the Harry Potter train to try to come crawling back.
Come crawling back? I leave most of my trans friends on red. What, you expect someone like me to come crawling back for what? This is some seriously fucked up narcissism right here. I'm beginning to imagine all of the friends this person ditched over a video game. And now they're acting like they're the one in power and in control, dictating who can come approach them or not, over a goddamn video game. You're calling it a sacrifice, but honestly, I didn't feel a goddamn thing. If any single human being out there stopped talking to me over a video game I chose to play, I will laugh in their f***ing face. This community complains about having no friends, but just look at how they treat their friends. Listen here, you little cisgendered shits. We're in control of this friendship. We dictate what you can play and what you can't play.
I did notice the HP just means so much to me crowd have been quiet lately. The stats reflect what we already knew.
You ever thought that crowd went silent because, I don't know, the game came out a month ago? Jesus Christ, I swear to God, this is the same group of people that if you put them on the spot and asked them how many states are in the country, they wouldn't know. The stats reflect what happens to basically the majority of single-player games. They drop off. It's not a multiplayer game. You're not logging in for a multiplayer experience. And yet a ton of people are still posting screenshots of the amount of people playing these multiplayer games as if they're owning Hogwarts Legacy. A lot of these people come fresh off the college campus with this intelligence.
Yup, allies sold out the trans community for a few weeks of mediocre gameplay, and then it's all forgotten as the next big thing is released.
You wanna see me do it again?
Sold out? To who? Who in the world can I have sold you out to? I wish I would have some money on me right now. Who can I sell the trans community to? The only ones I can think of are Caesar's Legion, and I'm kind of a nice guy, so I don't want to sell you out to them.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Just listen to how they victimize themselves. They're treating the purchase of this video game as if they're being sold out. You can't convince me. No one in this world can convince me this is perfectly normal and healthy behavior. They really act like their movement requires everyone in the world to bend the knee and meet their demands. You can ask for basic human decency, of course, but you can't ask people to prioritize your feelings over their own enjoyment. Y'all are out of your goddamn minds. Life is short, okay? We're here for a good time, not a long time. People are working jobs day to day. If they can get a few weeks of even mediocre enjoyment fit into that type of schedule, then they will do it. Do you really expect them to expend their energy on you when they can take that time to finally relax because they hardly get to do it? You are out of your mind if you think the everyday man thinks you are worth it. Y'all should be grateful anybody out there takes time out of their day for you. To expect it on a global scale is lunacy.
It's probably because they noticed people didn't want to be around them anymore. And now they're trying to backtrack. Ban the streamer dude day. This came out because I didn't want him in my community. And he sent in an unban request today.
Wow, now that right there is the definition of terminally online. What the hell is wrong with you people? You banned someone in your community just because they played Hogwarts Legacy? Are you for real right now? And now you feel all high and mighty because he wants you to unban him? The absolute narcissism of this group. Oh my God. They brag about it and high five each other like they're doing the right thing.
And I 100% guarantee you will never hear about the game again other than, it was pretty mid or the transphobic blood libel game. This game will have literally zero cultural impact, and the only reason people will remember the professor died is because spoiling people was fun.
What an absolute
Faggot!
wow. Oh my God! The vitriol of this group over a video game should be a case study for anyone in psychology. And 10 years from now, when the next sexual trend happens and being trans isn't the popular thing anymore, a lot of people are gonna look back at this and wonder what the hell was wrong with them. Because it ain't nowhere near as progressive as the 2030s will be, bitch. My God, they brag about harassing streamers, blocking people in their communities, terminating friendships, and now spoiling the game. What an absolutely pathetic community. Y'all should really be ashamed of yourselves. They found enjoyment in ruining people's experience with the game by spoiling the story. And they think that's an accomplishment. They pat themselves on the back. They liked it. Again, you can't convince me this is healthy. Yeah, I know it sounds gross to say, but I am more than happy and willing to call out this group. This behavior shouldn't be applauded. You shouldn't shower people like this with likes and praise, because all they're doing is harming the community. They're not helping it. You can't complain about having no allies and no friends when we're constantly put under a purity test. And if we fail that purity test, you make it your sole duty to make everyone as miserable as possible. This isn't even a fraction of all the nasty things I read in that thread. Be my guest if you want to go check it out. But in short, the trans community is still not over it, and I highly doubt they will ever get over it. Hell, even I got over Hogwarts Legacy. I said I'd beat it, but I haven't picked it up again. Thanks, trans community, you just reminded me that I gotta finish the game. And that's the only thing I'll ever agree with you guys on, is that it's painfully mid, so I'm not looking forward to playing it. So while I go, unfortunately, prepare for that, consider becoming a member of the channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, yada yada, the usual. And I'll see you in the next one.
If I knew that I didn't wait on this story, for Tango Plays would have made a video roasting me for about 30 minutes.
You're goddamn right.